What is going on YouTube? Back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, as well as the S&P 500. As you guys know, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway, as you can see right here. It is completely free to enter. All you have to do is comment subscribed down below, as well as comment your favorite cryptocurrency down below in the comments. I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you won't win one of these. Also, more importantly, what we're going to be looking at in today's episode is honestly the fact that Bitcoin just juked us yesterday by literally going right above $50,000. We actually hit, I believe it was $50,400, and then immediately reversed all the way back down to close literally where we opened. Ridiculous, I know, but we are waiting for that moment. We discussed yesterday in yesterday's episode how you can see right here. Watch this before you buy. We need to close above this level, and then if we can get in and leverage this to the upside. And of course, just yesterday we teased everyone by closing just above, and then we reversed, or we went all the way above and then reversed down and closed literally where we opened to. I find that funny, but we are looking today as to when this could potentially happen. Once again, going over when we should be buying in, and then the potential potentially seeing that correction to the downside and how we can navigate that correction and capitalize off that run. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, yesterday we made a video basically saying XRP Ripple holders happening right now. Watch this before you buy. We need to close above this to buy in. Hopefully that stood out to most of you guys. Realistically, what we were looking for within these cryptocurrencies with Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP was the fact that we were starting to see prices just slightly head above our resistance level, trade all the way up. We actually retested 50,000, almost 50,500, and then went all the way back down by the end of the day and closed below 50K, and we're currently trading at 49,325, which is ridiculous, really pump faked everybody. But like I said, we're not buying in until we see the closure confirmation above, which would allow us the certainty, at least some certainty, that we would start to head up in price. So looking at the current coin market cap, you can see for the most part, we're still consolidating right now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Most cryptocurrencies are pretty much just free floating about, maybe up 1 or 2% or down 1 or 2%. Really not seeing any great change in the way these prices are moving to. And you can also see when we look at these cryptos how there's still more consolidation that's happening. As for yesterday, we have Ethereum, XRP, we have Bitcoin, we have Cardano. So to start with XRP, you can see yesterday we actually came up and were able to get slightly above our resistance levels, and that's really what we're looking for. As you can see back in the past here, we were able to just slightly trend above. If we had closed above that resistance and that downtrend, we would have bought in to leverage this to the upside. But as you guys can see, we're seeing a lot of that consolidation happen right now. We might actually be able to get a better look when moving things over to the 4 hour, as I thought. You can see there's a small trend line, not necessarily something we should follow, but you can clearly see how this uptrend is moving, and you can slowly see the consolidation we're starting to have over the course of the past couple of hours. And really, this started back in August 20th. It's about 4 days now of this sideways consolidation. I mean, you could really pull it all the way to August 15th, where we're really not doing anything but just trading sideways within price, slowly getting closer to our support level and resistances, which at some point is going to break in some sort of direction with a lot of volume. And that's really what we're looking for. As most of you know by now, when markets get stagnant, it gets boring. I understand that. But you can see how long of a consolidation this market has had since its start. You can see it pretty much started in the end of December of 2020, and for the past couple of months we've been able to consolidate, just drawing out this pattern. You guys can see how we've been able to be successful with this. So we're pretty much trying to decipher whether or not this is going to be a really big symmetrical triangle, or if we're going to finish drawing and breach the resistance right now, because it very well could. But you can see what we've noticed is that there is a confirmation support. There is definitely a support level where prices are continuously bouncing off this bottom here and creating higher lows. Each one of these is a new higher low moving forward in the future of XRP. And then you can see the top resistance has had lower highs, which is consistent with the fact that this is a trend line and it is pushing the prices lower. So what we're looking for, obviously, is at some point both of these meet up and then they battle it out and decide, are we going to breach bullish or are we going to breach bearish? And the reason we have it drawn on right now is in the fact that we are currently shooting all the way up to retest this top resistance, not just on XRP, but on all the major cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is seeing that. Bitcoin is seeing that. Cardano, not necessarily as much. We've just exploded up to all-time highs. But when we see these other cryptocurrencies also retesting it, we're trying to figure out whether or not we're going to be breaking through here, defying the way the trend line looks, or if it is going to pretty much be persistent with the trend line and correct lower. So that's really what we're waiting for. So what's the plan moving forward? Obviously, I've said it in the past couple of videos now here on the channel. What we're ultimately waiting for is for the confirmation of a breach above XRP's resistance, which is about $1.30. So playing it conservative, we close closer to $1.35, $1.36, and we can confirm closing above that resistance. You can see how strongly that would look. Closing above here would pretty much confirm that we're out of that resistance and we've broken through the trend line, and we're going to continue the higher low pattern that's starting to form on XRP. Now, unfortunately, we have to play the devil's advocate. The longer we hang around this resistance without actually breaking through it, the bigger the chances are that we start to correct lower and could fall, honestly, all the way down to what could be 52 cents, if not hopefully just to the trend line, which is about 63 cents. It'd be a big drop. It'd be about a 50% drop, which I know not many people are waiting for, but it would open up some doors for us to capitalize on this run with extreme profits. You know, if we see a reversal and we see a dip, we could easily leverage this on Bityard, which is what I'm waiting for, by literally clicking on XRP and then clicking on market order and then typing in, let's say, a leverage amount of 500, and then we can sell short, capitalizing and betting that we're probably going to see a drop to the downside, and that could be a big thing for us. So it really comes down to which one are we going to break through. Are we going to see the possibilities of us breaching through the top resistance, correcting to the upside, or are we going to correct lower? Pretty much what we're waiting for right now is if we see the prices of XRP fall, I would say closer to about $1.16, we start to head in this direction, there's a chance we could short it. Now, obviously, we have to once again play the devil's advocate. If we short it down to $1, or if we close below $1.16, we're going to put that stop loss obviously in to cover ourselves in case we reverse upwards. But there's a chance we could A, hit this uptrend and fill in the gap here. There's a chance we could B, come down to retest the moving average, or we could realistically fall down to 62 cents. Regardless of how this pattern works, once we start to see that we are reversing, we're going to buy in and create that stop loss, and then we'll lock in profits, buy back in, or sell our profits, lock it in, and then create a new stop loss as we start to head lower and lower. Ideally, though, what we're really waiting for is for us to breach through that top resistance, but we'll see how it plays out, because when you look at other cryptos like Ethereum, you can see, once again, a very similar pattern is happening. Beautiful uptrend on the coin, not necessarily as many retests as we do with XRP, which has had numerous ones up here, as well as currently right here. Ethereum really only had like one at the top, and then starting to see some resistances right now as we're trading inside the sideways channel here. Lots of consolidation. It's allowed us to lower ourselves on the moving average or on the relative strength indicator, which is a very good sign. This is giving us the support we need to what could break up higher. And obviously everything comes down to the fact that, are we going to breach through this resistance? You guys really don't need the explanation. There's a clear uptrend, clear trend line to the upside, clear downtrend. We are coming to that middle area right now. So what we're looking for, confirming this, is A, how are we going to react with this top resistance level? You can see there's tons of uncertainty right now as I zoom in, but what we're looking for is for the prices to continue its higher low pattern and breach through this massive resistance level up here for XRP or for Ethereum at about 3,300. What I'd be ideally looking for is to close the daily above 3,500, breach through it, and allow us to continue this uptrend, continue the higher low pattern that we've been able to flip through. Because as you guys know, the past couple of months, we've been creating lower highs. We're day after day, month after month, week after week, we've been falling lower and lower and lower. And we finally reversed through that and are now creating what could be a higher low pattern that could continue to break us through that resistance and up to the upside. Obviously, once again, playing the devil's advocate, which is really just a waiting game. That's how we make conservative trades on crypto and can make thousands of dollars, is by waiting for confirmation of the breach here. If we can close below, I would say, closer to like $3,000, we know to short it to the downside. So that's pretty much what we're waiting for on Ethereum and these cryptos. Yes, it's is it going to break to the upside or is it going to break to the downside? I understand that. Realistically, what we've been looking for, and the reason we make this technical analysis, it's to figure out when the breakout is going to happen. That's the main goal. If we can confirm that this is probably when we're going to see that burst of volume, then we can get ready, make sure we are secure to actually capitalize off the runs. So we know if prices decide to breach this resistance, let's say we just close right here, we are going to see a big, rally within Ethereum, big jumps within Ethereum. As you can see, we've had it numerous times. We're going to see that same momentum happen again, giving us plenty of opportunity to buy in. We also know if we don't successfully break through that resistance, you can see what we can see here, or you can see what has happened here. We will immediately correct to the downside with just as much volume, which means we'll immediately correct probably down to this. Hopefully this support and that's it. Hopefully it continues to follow this uptrend here, and that's the lowest it's going to go. And then we can pretty much reassure ourselves that this is how it's going to play out, trending like this. There's also the opportunity that it could just be playing around in here. I think not. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think it's more of a symmetrical triangle. But everything is writing now. How are we going to play around with that resistance? Are we going to break through the resistance to the upside, or are we going to correct below and break through our support and start to head back down? Same thing applies with Bitcoin. Very easy to analyze the way Bitcoin's chart's looking. You can clearly see that we do have a beautiful symmetrical triangle forming. We had consolidation. We broke bullish with extreme aggression, shot all the way to the upside, creating beautiful higher low patterns. This is why I use Bitcoin to graph it more than the other cryptos. I try to focus on Bitcoin right now because it's got the easiest graph to follow. And then if we can confirm this, we'll know when to buy in or sell short. So we know that, yes, there's beautiful higher lows being created. You can clearly see in the long-term scheme of things, we're bullish. In the long-term scheme, we are on an uptrend. In the shorter-term scheme, you can see that we are or were in a downtrend. There was a resistance that we were creating lower highs, consistently creating lower highs. We did just break that the other day. Earlier in July, end of July, we did break that confirmation, which is great. We bottomed off, retested support, and exploded up. You can see that we retested oversold and immediately got the volume we needed to flip bullish. Now we're creating higher lows. You can see that clear as day. Problem is, these lower highs that we're forming are coming intertwined with the higher highs and higher lows that we're creating. So ultimately, it's coming to this apex right here, which means we need to confirm which direction we're going to be moving to. So very simply put, as we said in yesterday's thumbnail, if we can close what we're looking for closer to like 50,500, we know to buy in long, because there's going to be an extreme amount of volume that's going to swing this coin up to very high levels. And at some point, which I do believe we will see in the near future, retest all-time highs. It's just how much earlier are we going to do that? We also have to play the devil's advocate. If we don't close above here and we get rejected, we're probably going to continue to play out what could be a bigger, lower high movement. Then the bears win right now, and we continue to create the lower highs. And the next step would be to make movements like this, which we're ready for now that we can short crypto. So if we see us break through this resistance, or we can't break through that resistance, and we start to close closer to like 46K, we know to swing short. We know, okay, it's over. We broke through our support level, this uptrend, the higher low pattern. We've reversed out of it. We created a new low, and then we know, okay, times are going to start to short us to the downside, and we'll know to swing bearish. But everything is coming to this level. Obviously, it's taking a little long. Obviously, good things come to those who are patient. So be patient. Let's see how this plays out. Cardano exploding up, creating new all-time highs day after day after day. Who knows where we're going to be moving to? I mean, it looks incredible. Obviously, I would say that we need to see some sort of consolidation and then continue with this uptrend, but who knows? You can see it happened here. So we're looking for that movement again. But you can see kind of that double bottom that happened on most of these cryptos. It happened on Cardano. It sort of happened on Bitcoin kind of here. It happened clearly on Ethereum, as you guys can see, the double bottom. Let me just draw it in for you guys. And it also happened, for the most part, on XRP. So it allowed all these coins to break bullish. It's really all just coming down to how we're going to play out right now. And then the S&P 500 looks good. As we discussed the past couple of days, we had our reversal. We had our close to the bottom, lowering ourselves in the RSI. And we've immediately started to reverse up. And I think we're now going to all-time highs, probably today or tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Definitely make sure to join our giveaway. Link in the join our giveaway. Comment subscribed, as well as comment your favorite crypto. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.